Hello, YouTube fans. This is Too Cool Man here. I just want to know to give you the topic of the games of the day. And as I was saying that I gave you a lot of topics, but I'm going to give you a whole bunch. For those of you who have not seen my video or watched any of my videos on YouTube, I have channeled my name. Yes, I will let everybody know. Watch my video when I do one. But my today's topic I'm going to be talking about is Dead Island, the big failure of third-person shooter. Failed to install a capcom avice. Those of you play Resident Evil. Resident Evil played in third-person mode. Yes, it did. Now, some of the games did play in first-person mode. That was just a gun shoot-'em-up game. However, Dead Island is a big failure because it runs around like a vampire, zombie, whatever you want to call him. Infected, punches you, kicks you, punch you, kick you. Doesn't even try to bite you like a real zombie. You know, I'm from the old school days when Day of the Dead come out. The old Dawn of the Dead came out. The old classic Night of the Living Dead came out. Those are zombies, and they call them walkers. Yes, they're supposed to walk slow. But no, you got running zombies climbing a wall, zombies climbing a wall like a grudge zombie. Look like a grudge zombie, all afflicted looking. And you got the infected running after you and person. Yeah, man, go what was, man. Come on, man. Whatever happened to the rules, man? You know what people just doing these days? When they tell, do not run, walk. Then they got zombies using weapons on you. Come on, man. Zombies don't hit weapons. They drop it and they go for the bite. They try to bite you to infect the person. Zombies don't use weapons. Zombies supposed to go bloop. And I hope y'all do a bug fix on that because that is a problem these days. Zombies hitting you with weapons, that means they're not completely a zombie, they're just infected. They're not all the way a zombie. Zombies will go bloop, walk slow. You know, and I'll tell you that because that is the topic of the day. That is our topic of the day. But my real solution of this is this. First-person shooters this year are supposed to come out as a third-person shooter. However, the third-person shooter did not make it out as a third-person shooter. Big fail in all the companies. That's right. All developers that the company developed, publish the first-person shooter are a big failure. The programmers, the Ubisoft, EA, and I'm going to name them all. Activision. That's right. Activision. Beth Inside. Gearbox developers. And including 3D Realms, the publisher, should have had third person. Hell, man, y'all went from first person to third person with Duke Nukem Time to Kill. That was great. But going back to first person shooter, that was a big epic fail. And I call it failure to make a third person shooter. Yes, because Duke Nukem should have been a third person shooter. Call of Duty should have been a third person shooter. That's right. And I give credit to Ubisoft for their other games, and they did make a third-person shooter out of it. Then number 2 came out. That was a big-time fail. It was a third-person mode shooter, but it didn't show all the way person, and so that is a big failure to see your character on that. So I would like to say, yeah, Ghost Recon is a big failure as well. When it came out on Connect, I like to see a third-person shooter. I like to see first-person shooter as third-person shooter. Failure. And I'm going to say, D Silver, you're a big-time failure charging people for everything. Taking things out of the game. Yeah, God. Oh, what about Samurai? Whoa! No samurai sword here. He took that away. I had a gun. Took that away. But also your first person shooter. Big failure. Valve. First person shooter should have been third person shooter of Left 4 Dead. Big time failure. And I like to say that developers that developed the game is a failure as well. And I'm going to say that failure, 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 failure. Failed. So I'm going to give all the first person shooter that didn't make it to third person shooter this year. You made some guy look like a liar. Yeah, that's right. Big, heavy-set guy, blonde hair. He was on GamePro. He announced it. He says, this year's first-person shooter is going to become third-person shooter 2013. And that's where we're at. 2013. You failed to listen. Oh, that's right. You guys didn't watch GamePro. So, big-time failure. Did not listen. Failed to listen. Failed to watch. So, therefore, this is Too Cool Man out. And as always, gamers, get your game on. Play the game. Power to the players. Power up. Woo!